We are talking tough stuff today. Are you guys ready? We're not talking about playing the piano. We're not talking about games. We are not talking about teens or preschoolers or littles or adults. We are talking about the business side of piano teaching. Are you guys ready for this? It's been a while since we've done something this serious. How many times in the past 6 months have you had to deal with difficult situations in your studio? Have you had to deal with a parent who is really angry? Maybe you've had to deal with a student who gets very upset during lessons. Whether it's over the phone or it's in person, dealing with that tough stuff can be really difficult sometimes. And that's what we're here to talk about today. We are here to talk about the tough stuff, how we can take a situation where things are blowing up and breaking down and turn that situation around with some good customer service and make sure that everybody's happy in the end, or at least mostly satisfied. Hello, my name is Sara Campbell. I am one of the Upbeat piano teachers. You can find out more about us at the website below. Today's topic for Friday 5 Live is a serious one. But if you've seen some of our previous lives, we're not always so serious. We're always sharing lots of good teaching tips and business tips. And I hope that you're going to enjoy today's tips because I think that they're really valuable. The tips that I'm going to share with you today are something that I didn't learn from being a piano teacher. These tips come from pre-piano teacher Sara, which not many of you know, but I used to be a waitress. What was your pre-piano teacher self like? Were you in the service industry? Were you doing corporate work? What did you do before you were a piano teacher? I would love to know. So today when you introduce yourself in the comments, whether you're watching live or on the replay, let me know where you're coming from and let me know what you used to do before you were a piano teacher. We are looking for life lessons that we can gather from past experiences. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. A great life lesson that I learned as part of somebody who was in the service industry and how that taught me to become really mindful of customer service. All right, I am seeing fantastic things here. I see Birdie and Christy and Jennifer are all sharing that they were different things before they were piano teachers. I see that Christy said that she taught second grade. Jennifer was a hairstylist. Birdie was an office manager. And Cheryl says that she worked in accounts payable for a car dealership. I'm seeing hairstylist, medical reception, insurance underwriter. All right, so you guys have been on a lot of different things. That's fantastic. I'd love to get to know you guys. All right, so let's get back to the topic today. The topic is dealing with tough situations when things start to break down, and how can we take a tough situation where communication has broken down, maybe feelings got hurt, and people are, really emotionally charged. How can we take that situation and turn it around and turn it into something positive? All right, I've got a really fantastic bit of advice for you today. It's a four-step little thing here that I'm going to lead you through. And of course, I have a fantastic freebie for you guys. So if you are interested in getting a hold of that freebie, I want you to type the word STAR below. And it's all going to make sense in a little bit. I promise. I'll tell you why the word STAR is part of today's broadcast. If you enjoy this broadcast, or if you love us here at Upbeat Piano Teachers, please take a moment to share this video. I would really appreciate it if you could share this video with your friends and family, share it with your coworkers so that they can get a hold of this business advice too. And just, saying that today's advice is really not piano-centric. So share this with your friends. They will need it, especially if they are in the service industry. Okay, so let's get to it. So many good comments here. I see fantastic comments. I'm going to jump in after the broadcast and chat with you guys. Can't wait to do that. All right, so today's topic, when things break down, what do we do? Well, all right, I told you earlier that this bit of advice comes from my days in the service industry. I was a waitress. I was a banquet server at a country club, and I loved that job. It was really, really, really hard sometimes, and sometimes it was frustrating, but it could be extremely rewarding, and I worked for a fantastic manager. His name happens to be Jack, and he happens to be my dad. So I was really, really lucky that I had a fantastic boss, and he taught me something that was really important, and I keep this advice in my back pocket even today as a piano teacher, and I'm going to share this with you. So the concept here is what we call star service, and star service is something that will help you go from a place of being reactionary to actionary. So there's a difference here. When bad things happen and things break down and communication is like not good and feelings are getting hurt, it's very, very easy to react instead of taking action. And that is when we get into trouble. So if we react to a situation, we are more likely to act with our emotions. We are more likely to say things that we might regret later, or we are more likely not to really listen and hear our clients. And we are in the people business as piano teachers, so we really need to be sensitive to our clients' needs. Have you guys ever experienced that where you've had a moment and you might have reacted in a way that you kind of regretted later, and you thought, oh, shouldn't have said that, shouldn't have done that, shouldn't have emailed that, shouldn't have texted that? All right, I've got 4 steps for you guys to follow in the future here, and I hope that you're going to find these really helpful. So it comes from the idea of star service. And in star service, we break down the word star into 4 little parts, and I'm going to tell you what each letter represents. So I actually brought my little star here today so that I can kind of demonstrate, except that this star has 5. But yeah, now I'm wondering why star, because it has 4. I should probably wonder these things off broadcast. All right. All right, so here we go. Here's the first letter. The first is S. And the first step in this process when we're dealing with breakdown is to sync up or sympathize with your client. This is a very important step. And this is like the step that's going to help take you from being reactionary to taking action, good action that's going to diffuse the situation and is going to bring you guys back onto a level where you can communicate clearly and without a lot of emotion getting in the way. So once you sense that situation happening, you've got to think of S, sync up. Sympathize with your client, whether it's a parent who's a little bit angry about a scheduling issue, or it's a kid who is, really having a tough time in piano lessons and maybe things are really breaking down. Take a moment, stop. Think about what your client is going through. Think about what your student is going through and sympathize with them. Tell them, I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. This is a very important step. So that's step number 1. Once we sympathize, we move to step number 2. And that is when we target our client's needs. So we have sympathized. We've looked at whatever situation we're dealing with our clients, and we've gone, okay, all right, let's identify what this person needs right now. And that might mean asking them. It might mean really thinking about it. If it's a younger student and, they can't communicate the need that they have, you must think about, well, where are they right now? That all comes from that first step. You got to sympathize first, and then that's going to really help you target your client's needs. Once we target our clients' needs, then we move on to the third step, and that's assisting them. So we can identify the need. That's important, but unless you actually do something to assist the client in moving that direction, we've kind of stalled. So now we've sympathized and we've told them, I hear you. I totally understand why this is frustrating to you. Identify their need. It sounds like Tommy would do a lot better if we moved this lesson to a different day. We've had a lot of scheduling conflicts lately, and it seems like this would make your life easier. Okay, we've identified the need. Then we're moving on to assisting the client. Right now, my schedule is really full, but let's sit down and talk about how we're going to make this work. Notice that I'm not saying that you need to bend over backwards to accommodate needs, because that is when we really get into trouble as business owners, when we stretch ourselves too thin and we, break our own rules and things get bad. We don't want to get into that. We want to make sure that we are respecting our own boundaries, but we are also hearing the needs of our client and assisting them and really listening to them, because that's the most important part. So we have synced up. We've sympathized with our clients. We have targeted the client needs. We've thought about, okay, what is it that's going to turn this situation around? Then we assist them with those needs. They may need help. For instance, I have some summer scheduling going on. And if you're not a little tech savvy, that can be a little scary for some of my parents. So first I tell them, oh, I know, I totally get it. I'm sorry that this is a little, it's requiring a little bit more tech from you. Let me help you with this. This seems to be a little bit too hard for you. I am happy to help you with this. Why don't you come in a couple minutes early and I will lead you through this process, right? Okay, so the final step. And this is an important one. We often forget this. Once we assist them, we think, okay, we're done. No. Reaffirm your relationship with your client, and also reaffirm that that their needs are being met. So once we have sympathized and we've targeted those needs, we've assisted our clients, then we need to reaffirm that relationship. I am so glad that we were able to work this out together. It seems like this is going to be a really good solution. So there you go. Those are my star tips for you guys today. Has anyone, I'm curious to see if there are any service industry members out there who have been led through the star service before, because it's not something that was just only at the club where I worked. It's something that a lot of people go through. It's called star service, and it's fantastic. So remember your 4 steps to star service. You've got your sync up, target those needs, and assist the client, and then reaffirm that relationship. Super important. It will help you take something that could have become a blow up situation where feelings are hurt and there's lots of nasty stuff that you really didn't want to happening. It can take something like that and it can flip that around. So here's what I've got for you guys today. I see lots of stars below here. That's fantastic. If you type the word star below, the Upbeat bot is going to message you, and then she's going to ask you again to type the word star in Messenger. She's going to send you these 4 steps that I've just outlined today so that you have them handy and that you can look at them, maybe copy paste them and put them into a little document on your desk. And she's also going to send you 2 other things. She's going to send you a fantastic blog post about communicating with parents, whether it's about tuition or late fees or no-shows, all of the difficult topics. She's going to send you a blog post about all of those topics with different ideas for you to respond. And what I love is that many of these responses follow that star. They do all 4 of those steps, and it's really fantastic. All right, so that's what you're going to get today. And I wanted to remind everybody that next week we've got something fantastic happening here. We are opening another online lesson academy here at Upbeat Piano Teachers, and it's going on pre-sale next week on Tuesday. So if you want to get a hold of that pre-sale price, because it's only going to be available for a few days, type the word star. Make sure that you look at the information that the Upbeat bot sends you, because she's going to send you a link where you can get in on that pre-sale price. Okay. Whew. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little business tip today. I hope that this is something that you can keep in your back pocket, and that it will help you in the future when you need to remember to take action instead of reacting. So remember that star. And don't forget to like us here at Upbeat Piano Teachers. We go live every single Friday at noon, and you can catch our Friday 5 Lives every week. We also have some fantastic free webinar opportunities. We just did one yesterday with Chris Galetsky, and it was so much fun. So make sure that you like us here at Upbeat Piano Teachers and follow our page so that you can get notifications of all the awesome stuff that we're doing here. We aim to inspire, educate, and bring a little upbeat pizzazz to your life. All right. If you want to catch more of our past broadcasts, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have all of our past broadcasts on there. This is, believe it or not, this is Friday 5 Live at number 43. We have 43 Friday 5 Live broadcasts that you can go back through and listen to if you haven't caught those before. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will leave a link to that above in just a moment. And if you enjoyed today's broadcast, please share this with your friends. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I see, lots of thank yous. Anita says, great advice. Thanks, Sarah. You're so welcome, Anita. Thank you for tuning in. And Maria, thank you. I love my lipstick too. This is my favorite. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in live. I really appreciate you all being here, and I hope that you all have a fantastic day. And remember to think about stars. Keep that star in your back pocket. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.